One of the most familiar faces when it comes to tentpole television shows and big screen cinema is none other than Emmy Rossum. Emmy is an American actress, singer-songwriter, and television director. She is best known for portraying the iconic role of Fiona Gallagher in the comedy drama series Shameless. A talented actress and equally talented singer, Emmy is quite the switch hitter when it comes to her creative arsenal. However, singing was the first art form that she found her passion in, although she soon realized her true calling and started pursuing a career in acting. Over the years, she has acted in a variety of films, including Songcatcher and American Rhapsody, Passionada, Mystic River, and the list goes on. The films that Emmy has received the most acclaim for are films such as The Phantom of the Opera, Day After Tomorrow, and Poseidon. In contrast to her film career, she's also made her mark as a singer, and not in some, oh, I'm a big actress, let me dip my toe into this pond sort of way. No, Emmy is serious when it comes to her musical craft. She released her debut album, Inside Out, which was well received by the critics. Rossum has often jokingly attributed her musical abilities to her mother, who listened to classical music and operas when she was pregnant with her. Aside from an illustrious career as a musician and actress, Emmy is someone who has been outspoken for a variety of important issues, such as women receiving equal pay. She's also a youth AIDS ambassador and a spokesperson for breast cancer awareness. So there truly is a whole lot meets the eye and ears for this talented woman. So if you want to learn more about the story of Emmy Rossum, stay tuned right here on The Famous Life. Emmy Rossum was born Emmanuel Gray Rossum on September 12, 1986 in New York City, to Cheryl Rossum, who was a single mother. Cheryl separated from Emmy's father when she got pregnant with her, and Cheryl worked as a corporate photographer in order to make a living. By the age of 7 years old, Emmy had become a member of the Metropolitan Opera Children's Chorus. Having the opportunity to sing on stage proved to be great exposure for Emmy, as she continued doing so for the next 5 years. She even graced the stage with some very renowned opera singers. She told IGN, "I think I kinda came out of the womb singing. I think I was like born at the hospital and popped out and was singing. I'm not sure really how it happened. I can't remember a time I wasn't singing or banging a beat on the dinner table, pissing somebody off with the rhythms and singing at the top of my lungs." Emmy has also impressively sang in 6 different languages in 20 different operas. She's absolutely one of those people you don't want to make fun of in your native tongue while she is in earshot. She will most definitely know what you're saying. To get her career started in acting, she enrolled for classes at the New Actors Workshop in New York City, while simultaneously studying at Spence School in Manhattan, from where she dropped out later. Speaking on her time in the theater, she told IGN, "I left the opera when I was 12 because I was growing too tall for the children's costumes. And at the same time, I think, for some reason, because the old opera traditions, the boys are preferred and the girls were never given the same opportunities." Fighting for equal opportunities with women would continue to be an issue Emmy would use her voice to spread awareness for throughout her career. When Emmy was 15, she obtained her high school diploma from Stanford University's education program for gifted youth. She later went on to attend Columbia University, so it's safe to say that Emmy was a decorated scholar who earned her way into attending some very prestigious institutions. She made her acting debut in a guest role on the television program Law & Order in 1997. In the series, she played the role of Allison Martin. After landing a minor role in a big-time television series, she landed a reoccurring role in the long-running daytime soap opera As the World Turns, where she played Abigail Williams. Meanwhile, she played the guest role of Caroline Beals in Snoops. The same year, her work in the made-for-TV movie Genius earned her the Young Artist Award nomination for Best Performance in a TV Movie. It's a true testament to Emmy's work that she was already being nominated for awards, and somehow, the best was yet to come. In the year 2000, she was seen portraying the role of young Audrey Hepburn in the ABC TV movie The Audrey Hepburn Story. Later that same year, she made her silver screen debut for motion pictures with the film Songcatcher. In the film, she played the role of Gladius Slocum, an Alpacian orphan. Her acting skills in the film Songcatcher were critically acclaimed, and she received an Independent Spirit Award nomination for Best Debut Performance. She even had the opportunity to showcase her versatility and display her singing skills in the movie, as she had sung a duet with the legendary and iconic Dolly Parton. Following this, she was cast in the film Nola in 2003, where she played the lead character. Many considered Emmy's first breakthrough with films and movies came with Clint Eastwood's Mystic River, where she played the character of Katie Markham. Perhaps one of the most integral pieces of work in her film career was her portrayal of Laura Chapman in the eco-disaster film The Day After Tomorrow. The film and her acting skills were much appreciated. Emmy was clearly developing a knack for giving great performances for characters who are directly in the face of disaster. Eventually, she landed the coveted role of Christine Day on the on-screen adaptation of the composer Andrew Lloyd Webber's The Phantom of the Opera. This role changed Emmy's life in a big way. Her portrayal of Christine earned her a Golden Globe Award nomination for Best Actress in a Musical or Comedy. With this, she became the youngest actor to be nominated for the award. She also won the Young Artist Award and Saturn Award, among other prestigious awards for her performance. It was also the film that allowed Emmy to receive her biggest paycheck up until that point. She spoke with Sway on how that went by telling him, "I remember I did a guest episode of The Practice when I was 15 years old, and I got a check for $12,000. That blew my mind. At the time, I wasn't paying for the family, and my mom was like, 'What do you want to do with this money?' And I wanted this chair. So I bought this fancy chair, and I studied in it. I mean, after being nominated for a Golden Globe, I think one deserves to buy themselves a $3,000 chair." Year 2006 was a significant one in her career as Wolfgang Petersen's high-budget disaster film Poseidon was released. The same year, she performed as one of the most well-known characters in literature with Juliet Capulet in the Williamstown Theatre Festival production of William Shakespeare's Romeo and Juliet. She followed this up with yet another iconic role for a character that fans hold dear to their heart as Bulma in Dragon Ball Evolution. Simultaneously, she served as one of the members of the Broadway's 24-hour plays, in which actors, writers, and directors collaborate to produce and perform 6 single-act plays, the kind of thing you typical Hollywood diva or divo would not have the range for. In 2011, Emmy joined the cast of the Showtime comedy series Shameless. In this series, she played the lead role of Fiona Gallagher and remained in the show till season 9 in 2019. This tends to be the role that majority of Emmy's fans and Hollywood is familiar with her for. When speaking on dealing with the grittiness of the show, Emmy told The Collider, "I read the script and I really liked it. I think that I obviously wasn't the first logical choice because the other roles that I have played have been more glamorous, in period type with corsets and musicals. So I actually sent a tape from New York where I was living and they saw it and liked it." In 2013 and 2014, she did appear in films such as Beautiful Creatures, You're Not You, Comet, and Before I Disappear. In December of 2016, Rossum was in a contract dispute with the show's producers over her desire for a salary equal to that of her co-star, and back pay for the differential over 7 seasons. However, this matter was settled the following month. Following this news, Shameless was renewed for its 8th season, beginning production in 2017. In August 2018, Rossum announced her departure from Shameless after 9 seasons. Speaking on this dispute of equal pay, Emmy told IndieWire, "The first step to anything is having an awareness of it before you can change the fundamental systemic problems that created and supported it. Before my renegotiation was up, I had to be willing to walk away to get what I felt was right. And we went through obviously a long period of negotiation that was private, and then at a certain point, it kind of became public." After a gap of 4 years, she returned to the big screen with the movie A Futile and Stupid Gesture. The same year, she was also part of a short film, That's Harassment, where she played the role of a journalist. In addition to her acting career, she has pursued her musical career as well. After working in the Phantom of the Opera, she also started working towards her debut album. She eventually released her album Inside Out in 2007. In 2013, she came out with her second album, Sentimental Journey. In 2008, Emmy walked down the aisle with music executive Justin Segal. However, the two did file for divorce the following year. From 2011 to 2013, she did date Tyler Jacob Moore, her co-star from Shameless. Emmy also suffers from celiac disease, which is an autoimmune disease. Those who suffer from this disease cannot tolerate food containing gluten. She's also an avid activist and a youth AIDS ambassador. She also works for raising awareness of breast cancer. In 2019, it was announced that Rossum would star in Angeline, a drama series co-produced by her husband and longtime collaborator Sam Esmail for Peacock, the new streaming service by NBC, so it will be interesting to see Emmy get back on that big screen. It's no doubt that fans are excited to see Emmy Rossum on Angeline, and it's a role that she's destined to shine in, so we're sure that'll only lead to more exciting work for the young and talented actress. So thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to subscribe to The Famous Life and leave a comment for who you'd like to see us feature next. Thanks.